Welcome to eWith Diamond Interviews. We are honored to feature Catarina Fanconi from Lisbon, Portugal today. Welcome, Catarina. So excited to spotlight you today.
Thank you so much, Juliana. It's an honor to be here with you.
Catarina is a Chief Product Officer at BNP Paribas, a leader who spent 2 decades at one global financial organization. It truly reflects on her depth, reinvention, and lasting impact. Today, she's driving innovation at the intersection of customer experience, regulation, data, and technology. A committed diamond mentor of extraordinary women in tech and a tech award winner for eWith, she connects and uplifts women from all over the world and becoming an amazing mentor for us. So I really, truly love your story. So let's dive in. I would love to talk a little bit about growth, continuity, and reinvention. You've built your entire career within one organization. How does it really shape you as a leader? And how do you push yourself to the next levels?
Thank you so much, Yuli, and thank you for your description. In fact, building my entire career within the same group has shown me that growing doesn't depend on changing between companies. It depends on changing perspectives, Staying in BNP allowed me something that isn't possible with constant rotation, a deep vision about the customer, the business, and the culture. That deep vision, Yuli, became the pillar of my credibility. The secret about changing perspective, it's about refusing comforts constantly. Every transition from direct customer contact, from strategy to product, from product to executive leadership, demand me reinvent and rebuild myself and ask more questions than I answer. And along this path, I realized that reinventing does not mean starting from scratch, but transforming existing skills into a new language. Credibility is built with consistency, not with titles, with delivery, learning, and delivering again. Influence grows with relations, not hierarchy. Connecting different teams and contexts gave me amplitude. And Yuli, staying also gave me something that's rare, enough time to prove that we can evolve more than people expected of us. This journey, which I'm very proud of, has allowed me to discover that I still have a lot to give to BNP and my teams. And this is only possible because my ambition to reinvent myself remains very present.
That's beautiful. I'm hearing so many great things that it doesn't matter if you're changing environments. You have to constantly change and upgrade and learn. And it's great that you have this mentality, right? And also the titles. You mentioned a big thing about titles. You're staying an inclusive leader even at the highest level because you had this journey, right? You've lived through every single step and levels, and now you're probably seen and giving back to your company as this inclusive Chief Product Officer and a leader.
It's true.
Amazing. And let's talk a little bit about the regulated hard environments, because fintech is very, very highly regulated. And as a Chief Product Officer, you operate at an intersection of customer needs, regulation, data, and technology. How do you really define strong product leadership strategy? If we take other environments that are fast moving, they're more tech driven and tech native, how do you really change the narrative and become a productive product leader in this regulated environment?
Yeah, being a CPO in the financial sector means being in the center of 4 forces, Yuli, every single day: customer, business, technology, and regulation, as you said. In my reality, product leadership is not just about delivering features. It's about ensuring that every decision is sustainable, safe, and responsible. Compared to tech-native environments where move fast is almost a mantra, in a functional group, I've learned that speed is still essential, but speed with responsibility. Compliance is not a break. It's a design principle. Good solutions are born, written the rules, not despite them, in my opinion. The mindset is more systemic than purely experimental. In FunServe, A small mistake can create a massive impact. Data is as critical as a trust. It's not enough, as you know, to use data. We must use it ethically and transparently. So in short, product leadership in a bank is like an art of creating innovation that is robust, scalable, and secure. So it's an art, Julie.
Yeah. It's beautiful how a woman, and I don't know if men would be able to describe as such a regulated banking environment as an art and creativity. And I believe also what you said is when you talk about mistake, you have to perfect and also double check because there is such a big impact. So it's amazing to see how you see it as a creative environment and as opportunity to not make mistakes. So be very, very efficient, very on point, data driven, which is great. I think that's why you're staying there for so long.
Thank you.
I would love to shift and talk a little bit about your involvement at EWIT and women empowerment. You've been actively involved with us for across different European countries, both as a participant and a speaker. What has been part of this community given you as a leader, and how has engaging with women across markets shaped your perspective on leadership and tech and product overall?
EWIT, it's so important for me, Yuli. The EWIT gave me something that you don't easily find within the formal structure of an organization. A space to think as a woman in technology and product without filters or external expectations. And being surrounded by women from different countries, levels of seniority and experience helped me so much to see personal challenge are in fact structural, recognize that leadership is not a solitary journey, it's a collective movement, and believe more deeply in the importance of exposure. By listening other women, sharing their fears, failures, and doubts made the humanity behind success feel normal. This community amplified my sense of purpose, Yuli. It gave me inspiration and sense of responsibility. Because if we receive this kind of strength from the network, we should give it back. It's a privilege to have the opportunity to keep that chain of inspiration alive. And for me, it's very, very, very important.
Absolutely. I feel also you've always brought a different perspective and being very open and vulnerable on stage. And this is such an important environment that we want to build for women all over the world, because I know that it's not easy sharing from the start. And I believe that you have this ability to open up and share your personal stories. For many women early in their career, seeing someone like you grow inside of a large organization, it gives you incredible impact. And when you step on stage and speak publicly today, what responsibility or opportunity do you feel you can influence a young generation of women?
When I step into a stage, Yuli, I know that is not about who I am today. When I step into a stage, I'm there for the Catarina in her early 20s, who never imagined she could reach certain places. And I'm there for all the women who still question their place in technology, in product, in leadership. For me, visibility is not a synonym of vanity. It is an act of services. So the responsibility I feel is, if I can be an example that growing within a large company is possible and sustainable, then my presence is already valuable. I will for sure have the opportunity to open doors that for a long time were invisible, and to show that we don't need to reject stability in order to have ambition.
Beautiful. Thank you, Catarina. I feel that it's not just proven that that what you did in life is really taking you to this level, but also you always look at yourself, at the younger self, and probably see what really made you successful today. So in my question, the last question is, let's talk about the advice for the next generation of girls. You mentioned Catarina in her 20s. Let's talk about this girls that are starting careers and, they still have ambition, right? They want to be curious, but also they want to make right choices. If you want to jump around, or staying would be a right move, what would you tell them to understand about building a meaningful long-term career, and advice would you give them when they start?
It's a very good question. I would say that building a long and meaningful career has nothing to do with staying or leaving, but with how you move internally and externally. If I had to summarize it, explore before you scale. The sooner you understand the real impact of your work, the better you choose your opportunities. Look for leaders who invest in you, not only in attractive roles. Don't wait for the perfect role, build the perfect role. Your credibility comes from what you solve, not what you promise. And above all, be curious and intentional. If you are learning, contributing, and growing, you are in the right place. So staying don't reflect lack of ambition. When done with purpose, Yuli, can be one of the smartest ways to build lasting impact. So, for example, in 3 words, invest in yourself.
I love it. I love it. There is such a beautiful list of things. And if we take Catarina in her 20s, what was the biggest positive thing that she has taken in order to be where she is today? One of those advices, was it ambition, curiosity? You're looking at your journey back then.
With no doubt, the curiosity. Always trying to do something new, to find something that we can deliver for our clients and make the difference. And don't create blocks because someone advised you of that. Continue, learn and continue.
Beautiful. I'm also thinking, you mentioned curiosity. Can you create curiosity in the environment that is not easy to be curious? Or is there passion that you can create? I always felt that you can stay at one company longer if you connect yourself to the passion of yours. If it's technical passion, if it's leadership passion of growth, if it's really connecting to business. What would be really, in your opinion, the curiosity? Is it you create curiosity, or it's automatically comes with your background?
I think it's something that I am in my natural, is natural on me, okay? And today it's more easy to be curiosity, really, because technology is always evolves so fast, is natural, and it's easy also to always learning, to see what happens, to create something new for our clients and business. Take advantage of the technology, of the movement, and bring to the company.
Yes, for sure, Catarina. Last question before we go. What is your opinion on AI? I know there is a lot of different speculations, but if we look at the angle of young girls embracing AI, it's like a new thing for everyone. Would you feel that we have a rare opportunity to level field, not only tech, but also girls trying new, different roles in operations, in development that before were not as available?
I think AI is an opportunity. Today, I use a lot of AI for a lot of things, and for me, it's a partner. It's not a competitor. For example, I listened someone to say one day it's like a competitor. It's not. It's not. Can be a partner, a good friend for everyone in a company, can speed up our deliveries, and can help us to learn, okay, and growing in our career. This is my opinion, but we need to be open to receive the good things of AI.
I love it, Catarina. You mentioned also you're treating AI as a human too. You mentioned as a friend, as a partner, and I agree with you. I feel that when it comes to competition, it's probably for us who don't believe in our ability. We always feel, or we're not good enough. But I love the perspective that it's a true partner and a friend, even for the company, personal life. And I love the perspective. Catarina? Yeah,
I think AI, it's like an extension of humans. So she can complete us.
Yes, I love it. I am so happy we had this chat and talking about your story. Thank you so much for joining. I know it's late in Portugal, Lisbon. Have a wonderful dinner. It's morning here, but it was wonderful to see you and spotlight your story.
Thank you so much, Yuli. You know that it's always a pleasure to talk with you, and it's always a pleasure to share with everybody our stories and our connections. And I really believe in this community, and thank you so much for the involvement.
Thank you.